this video will detail how to set up the software on your district mobile device. We will start by first powering on the device. So in the previous video I demonstrated how to install the SIM card and battery, and this picks up where that left off. Having completed those steps, power on the device by holding this silver button until it vibrates. That'll take a couple seconds and then it'll vibrate and it'll start to boot like this. We'll just need to wait for Android now to complete booting. The first screen that you'll be greeted with is this setup screen. You can just hit next on this. It's asking us for the language and accessibility, which we don't need to modify either of those. Just go ahead and hit next. On this screen, we'll turn on the Wi-Fi. Just hit this check if it's not checked already, and then these Wi-Fi networks will populate. The one that we'll be selecting is PUSD XNet. Now the credentials that we're going to input for this are the same ones that you use to log into your computer, any district computer. So for example, usually it's your first initial and then your whole last name. Sometimes it can be a few initials of your first name. So in my case it would be once you have that input, skip this anonymous identity box and just input your password here, which I'll do now. After having done so, there is a box in the bottom right that says connect. You just hit connect once your password's in there. It will take a few seconds to complete the connection, at which point you'll get this little pop-up that tells you that you can make calls over Wi-Fi. So if you're inside a building that doesn't have cell reception, you can still make a call if you're connected to the wireless network, and it'll just use the Wi-Fi to do so. But we don't need to learn more. That sums it up. So I hit skip. Then go ahead and hit next. Here we'll have to wait. Again, there'll be a lot of points where we need to wait for the phone to complete operations, but it'll check the connection, see if there's necessary software updates. Sometimes this will hang up and time out. To resolve that, go ahead and disconnect from the Wi-Fi. So you'd hit that back button down here to where it listed the Wi-Fi's, and then check the little check mark on the Wi. There's two lists. It had two options. It had one option. The second option said Wi-Fi. Uncheck that and then attempt it again. That'll usually resolve it. Now it's asking us for a Google account. We do need to set up a Google account, as this is what will let us download district software and things that we'll need to use on our phone. So if you have one already, go ahead and just put it in there. And if you don't, then we will have to create one. I will go ahead and put one in, and if you do need to create one though, there are some excellent on-screen instructions to do so. So it's a real basic process. You put your name in, your age in, you can put whatever you want. This account will belong to you, not to the district, so you can put anything you want. You can call yourself John Smith, it doesn't matter, but you put that information in, you choose a username, you choose a password. It's just like creating any account. So I'll go ahead and input my Google account, which is the same name as this YouTube channel. So it's just Peoria Unified Phones. Peoria Unified Phones. However, we need to put it in the format of an email, so put the @ and gmail.com. Hit next. Then you'll be prompted for the password, which I'll put in right now. Having input that, we hit next. And of course you have to agree to their terms of service and privacy policy, so hit accept for that. You'll have to think. Now we'll ask you to set up payment info for this device. So this is so that you can purchase things, but we don't want to be spending our money, so we'll just go remind me later. Now we'll set up a screen lock. So go ahead and click that button that says set up screen lock now. You can select from different options. You can do a pattern, a PIN, a password. So I'll just do a PIN. Now this will need to be at least 4 digits. So for this example, I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4. You should do something more secure than that. It'll ask you to confirm it. Hit OK. This is a screen just asking when your phone is locked and you get a notification, how much information should it display. I just leave it at the default. Hit OK. Google services. These are just agreeing to let Google do these things. Just hit next. You can select your home screen you want. Standard home, easy home. Easy home makes your kind of simplifies it somewhat, so you can choose either one that you like. Hit next. You don't need to modify the name here. Just go ahead and hit next. And not code, we can just skip that. This is the color of the buttons that will appear at the bottom. Just hit next. Hit next. Hit accept. And then on this third one, special offers, that's going to be advertisements. So we'll turn that off. We hit decline. So now we've attached a Google account and we've set up Android. The next step that all district employees need to perform is downloading AirWatch, which will get your email on the device as well as encrypt the data that's on the phone. So for that, we go to Play Store. Hit search and begin to type AirWatch. You'll notice that it gives suggestions. You can just hit that. It'll be this first one here, AirWatch Agent. Hit install. It'll list the permissions the app needs. Go ahead and hit accept. We'll have to wait a moment for it to download and install. Once it completes, this screen will change to say uninstall or open. Hit open. Now, in order to get some information to start the setup process of this, you are given a few options, and we're going to use a QR code. So hit this QR code, and then I will put up an image of this on the screen that you can use, but for this demonstration I'll be using a piece of paper. So take this piece, I have a piece of paper with that QR code. You take this phone, and then within that lit up box, you just put that image in. You just put this square in. So let me hold that up for you guys. This will show up on your web browser you're watching this in, and if you just put your screen, if you hit that QR code option and then put this image within that lit up rectangle, it will automatically take a picture of it and you'll be good to go. Feel free to pause right here if you need longer. Now, if at any point the screen shuts off on you, which it will do after a moment of inactivity, just hit this button right here and it will unlock it, and then that pin that we set up earlier, that 1, 2, 3, 4, will be used to unlock it. So it's gotten the information from that code that it needed. Hit continue. Hit continue. Now you'll have to input again your credentials that you use to log on to a computer. So let me do that now. After you've input those, there was a continue button down at the bottom right. You hit that, and if you entered everything correctly, it will go to this screen. Accept the terms of use. Hit continue. Continue. Activate, continue. Now we'll come up with this screen. What we need to do is scroll down a little bit and you'll see this unknown sources. Check that. Hit OK. And then hit this triangle on the bottom left. It'll take us back to the app. Hit continue. We'll install the software that's looking to download using the package installer. Hit OK. Hit install, hit accept, here where it says open, just wait a moment, it'll do it automatically. Now hit activate. Continue. Continue. Now here it'll come up with this prompt, and it's actually your password twice. So not your username, just your password that you use to log on to a district computer. Put in twice. So I'll do that now. After having done so, just hit the OK that was on that screen. Now let's ask us if we want to install these, or this AirWatch secure browser. We don't need to, just hit skip. You've now completed it. You hit exit and it'll open up the agent screen. So everything's good to go with that. Just hit the circle here in the bottom middle, which is the button that you always hit to return to the home screen. You've now set up Android, attached your Google account, and set up AirWatch. And AirWatch should have set up your email, but sometimes it fails, and you can see in this case it did. And in that case you'll need to manually set it up. So if yours didn't work, if after you set up AirWatch you didn't get your emails populated in your email app, then you'll need to watch the next video, which will detail how to manually set that up. It's quick, it's easy, no big deal. Otherwise, you're all set, you're good to go.